This video sponsored by Value Testers. Great promo offer on Testo, Fieldpiece, and Bacharach. Free 2-day shipping on purchase of $200 or more on selected seasonal testing equipment. Link in description below. Guys, it is March 22nd, 2019. This one here I had a call for a customer of mine. I have worked for her plenty of times in the past. She's got an old oil burner, pancake style, covered with asbestos. It's got a Carlin burner on it, and she's got no heat. So I asked if she's got oil. She says she got a quarter of a tank. She runs these things until they die and then calls me. Could be a couple of years, 3 years. She don't call for service or nothing. So I'm familiar with the lady. She used to work for an oil company back in the day, and she thinks that, cleaning them every year is a scam, is what she says. But I don't believe that. It should be maintained, keep the nozzles to make sure everything's, running good and everything. But anyway, she got no heat, so that's her house. And it's Friday. I don't want to leave her, without no heat, so. I know her and her husband well. They're good people. So I'm on my way over there and get it going for her. She's a crusty one, Mr. Grinch. She's a crusty one, Mr. Grinch. She's crusty. She's a crusty one. Hey, we'll be able to get some shots of it when I'm there. See what's going on with it. Could just need a nozzle. Might be dirty filters or... the tanks are old. Tanks are probably 75 years old type of thing. The system is just covered with asbestos. Had an old stack switch back in the day. I used that as a junction box and ran a wire and put a protector relay on. It's an old system. We'll try to get it running for her, see if we get some heat for her. Man, this tank is in tough shape, guy. Look at it. Fucking leaking and everything. Holy shit. Yeah. I ain't touching that filter. Look at the leaks here on the ground. Yeah. This one's leaking too.
Oh, yeah.
Look at these things. 1908 probably or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got a quarter tank.
Yeah.
But I can't touch that filter because you see the way that's dripping?
Yeah.
Well, let's see what happens. See if we get a... Look at this old thing. Man. The last time I was here was about a year ago. A little over a year ago. Yeah. 18, 19. Year and a half. So let's see if we get it working. But she's going to have to address them. I know she ain't going to want to hear that. But you know how she is, right?
Yeah. I didn't even want to tell her about the quarter of a tank.
She's tighter than 2 coats of paint, no? Alright, let's see what I can do here, if I can get it going. Oh, what's so funny?
Tighter than two coats of paint?
Yeah. Yep. So you got it turned up, but it's not running. It's not off on safety.
No. I hit that one this morning and I hit this one back here. Got reset back here.
You got no power. Somebody probably shut the emergency switch off in the stairs. That's on. Check the emergency switch.
Okay.
She's not tripped. time to bail on this job. I mean, I don't think we got any power. Where's the breakers?
Pardon me?
Where's the fuse breakers? Breaker panel.
Down here. I shut it off and put it back on again.
Yeah, and you said your thermostat is, you got your thermostat on heat?
On 70, yeah.
Alright, these are all on. Well, we'll have to check it, but that's all. It's all on.
And yesterday I come down here.
It's off on high limit.
Yeah.
It's off on high limit. So it's not the burner, it's probably the circulator that's died.
That's what I thought. Because I didn't get no heat at the radiators upstairs, but yet the furnace was going like a
Yeah, she's red hot.
Is it?
Yep.
All done.
She is toast.
Yeah.
Not good. Not good. They're leaking right there, right at the tank connection.
Oh, at the tank connection.
You see it on the floor there? Not good.
Yeah.
See how that's all wet?
Yeah.
Look at this one. Same thing here.
Oh my gosh.
Just look at the oil on the floor. You can't. They need to be replaced.
What needs to be replaced?
The tanks. Both tanks.
Oh.
Both tanks are leaking.
Oh.
I would not touch that filter because of that leak. See that leak right there?
Yeah.
I could blow that right apart.
Oh
And what
my
will
God.
probably happen is when they fill it with oil, that's when it'll really start leaking. Because they put a lot of oil in quickly.
Right. Oh. Maybe I should tell him not to fill it all up all the way. That won't make things though, will it?
I think you need new tanks. Need new oil tanks.
What do oil tanks go for?
Like 2,500 replaced.
Each.
Yep.
Oh my God. And they can't be patched or anything, huh?
No, you cannot patch them. You should know better than that.
Well, I thought I'd try. I do know better. Oh, God. If it's not one thing, it's another. Okay. I think I'm going to call them and have them bring some oil, though, because it's kind of low on that tank.
See if I get this thing freed up. Put some oil in it, maybe. No, I gotta put it. I think I got one of these motors in the truck there. It's the housing isn't. It was just the motor. I put some oil in it. Thought I might have one of them in the truck, but that's freed up. There it goes. I did put some oil in it. Look at this old beast. Oh, I did oil. Put oil in there. Put oil in here. Another crusty one. I don't even want to touch these tanks. I mean, they're all leaking. What a flipping mess. Look at that thing. Unbelievable. What a flippin' beast. I don't even want to touch them because of the tanks. The circulator. She's gonna have to get herself a new oil burner, man. This is getting ridiculous. There you go, oil circulator. This stuff all needs to be changed. It's all old. Look at all this asbestos. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. All over the house. All these pipes are asbestos. We've got heat. Hey, hello, Miss Molly. You miss Daddy. I know you miss Daddy. You love Daddy. You love Daddy. You love Daddy. Yeah, you do. That lady's tighter than 2 coats of paint. Alright guys, I just left that job. Both those oil tanks are leaking. And I wouldn't even try touching those filters because the tanks are leaking and the tanks could let loose on you. You know, and then it's your responsibility. I've told this lady, I put that peerless boiler in back in '97. So what's that? 97, that's 22 years ago. I put that peerless boiler in. I've been telling her every year since then that she needs to change the other boiler in both oil tanks. Every year and a half I've been telling her for 22 years. So I think it's time for me to bail on that job and say, let someone else deal with it. I oiled the circulator, I got it going, but I'm not touching anything else over there. I mean, the shit's just that's what you call a shit show. And she don't want to spend the money. I mean, can I patch the tanks? She's asked me if I could patch the oil tanks. I mean, the things are vintage, probably 1908 or something. You know? The tanks have been there since that boiler was put in. The old asbestos covered boiler. Unbelievable. I don't even want to touch them things anymore. I got the oil to circulate, got that going. That's it. Send her a bill. Now on, she's gonna need to call another burner man. I'm done over there. It's not worth it's not worth liability. I mean, it's just really, really bad. You know, she's a good customer. I hate to tell her I'm not going back, but that's the way I feel. Gee, it's tighter than 2 coats of paint. Oh yeah, she's tighter than 2 coats of paint. I told her husband that and he laughed.